morning. It's great to be back here at the Crypto Expo for the 4th year running, I think, and very excited to be telling you all about the UAE's digital transformation. But before that, for those who are visiting us here in Dubai, welcome to Dubai, and I hope you enjoy the city and this event. So the UAE have come a long way in the area of digital transformation, and the biggest evidence is the recent ranking by the Smart City Global Index, where Dubai has ranked 4th and Abu Dhabi has climbed to the 5th, displaying innovation in the smart city area as well as the sustainability. And if you look at previous rankings in the area of e-government as well as the AI index. So a lot of this is actually driven by global strategies, starting with the Dubai D33 digital economy strategy, followed by many specific strategies that focus on the digital economy, the metaverse strategy, the blockchain strategy, as well as the latest AI strategy. And those are not just strategies for PR purposes. A lot of them actually translate into concrete initiatives, incentives, and projects that quickly get adopted by both government and private entity. Speaking of that, and there's a lot of information on the slide, yes, that's because there's a lot happening in the AI space. So starting with the ambitious targets of the AI strategy that will achieve 335 billion dirhams in revenue from AI by 2031, and followed by the Charter for Development of AI that sets the use case and the ethical use of AI, and the Dubai AI Seal, which is required for any entity that's going to participate in government tenders. Recently also, the Abu Dhabi has announced that they're going to become the first AI native government by 2027, which means that all digital services will be AI enabled. Meanwhile, the Dubai government has mandated the hiring of chief AI officers in all the government entity. And the most recent announcement last month was around the establishment of a regulatory intelligence office, which will help develop smart regulations using AI and also using AI for analytics and deciding how the regulations are perceived by the public and quickly giving feedback to be able to have agile policy writing. Now, all of this is evident also in the adoption of the different sectors, from the healthcare, automating billing and appointments taking, as well in the banking for fraud deduction and development of financial services, and also in the manufacturing with the predictive maintenance and the supply chain. And of course, there's a lot of exciting smart city initiatives such as the driving vehicles and flying taxis that are soon going to come available by the Roads and Transport Authority. And of course, the investment landscape is very exciting in the AI space, where we've seen a development of a local AI fund in partnership with BlackRock and Microsoft with a local entity, MGX. 30 billion is the starting size, with plans to grow it into 100 billion US dollars. And there are other investment deals that are focused on the infrastructure of AI between private, local, as well as international partners. But the most interesting announcement was the recent President Trump visit and the partnership to create an AI data center campus that's going to start with 1 gigawatts and up to 5 gigawatts of power. I mean, this is big. This is enough to power an entire city the size of San Francisco. And that's going to be focused specifically on AI infrastructure. And of course, as a result of all of that, we will see an increase in job posting, and as we have in 2024, and there's going to be more than 50,000 jobs in the AI space in 2025. So if anyone here in the room is looking for a job, make sure AI is obvious in your CV. Now, crypto has also been moving fast in the UAE, and we've seen over a third of UAE residents either own or transact crypto last year, with the transaction size reaching 30 billion US dollars, and the average number of daily users reaching 500,000 users. And that number is only going to go up as we've seen more than 3.5 million crypto app downloads just in the month of Jan of this year. And the funding investment landscape is also looking good, with a total Web3 specific funds together size reaching 3.5 billion US dollars. At the same time, we have some interest from institutional investors with over 24 billion of investment injected over a period of 1 year. And that is a big increase of more than 51% from the previous year. And in terms of regulated companies, and apologies, this number has not been updated, more than 31 VASPs have been licensed by the local regulator here in Dubai, VARA, and there's a lot more applications in the pipeline. And speaking of VARA, and one of the things that the UAE stands out in is that the leadership here has focused on crypto as a mandate. And unlike many countries where we've seen a lot of political shifts that impact the regulatory framework of crypto, and in some cases, it's been a regulatory U-turn. In the UAE, the crypto compass has always been pointing forward, and we've only been opening even further to the crypto. And more importantly is that we established a local regulator called VARA, who is crafted the regulations specifically to suit crypto companies and not retrofitted based on TradFi frameworks. And as a result, we have very innovative regulation that is built for the purpose of crypto innovators. And in recent years, we've seen some very exciting public-private partnerships in the area of Web3 adoption, with many exciting examples such as Dubai Customs using blockchain for supply chain management, and the roads and transport authorities using blockchain for vehicle life cycle management. And also Dubai Police partnered with Cardano for the scanning of bullets and coordinating with other law enforcement agencies to help with criminal investigations. But one of the most groundbreaking, I would say, announcement was the Dubai Land Department partnering with VARA, the local regulator, to allow fractional ownership and tokenization of real estate, which is a game changer. And the most recent one is Dubai Finance, or Department of Finance, partnering with Crypto.com to allow crypto payments for all the government entities that they manage. And that is coming after Du Telecom has also accepted crypto payments for their services. And for us at DMCC, we started our crypto journey by introducing a metaverse environment, and this will give you a very quick glimpse of what that looks like. It's basically a digital twin that allows companies to interact with our ecosystem partners, with our members, and also be able to set up a company through a very nice gamified experience, and also be able to have meetings and learn about the various ecosystems within DMCC. I had to keep the video short in the interest of time. Now, gaming is also growing in the UAE with, if you look at the wider Middle East first, over $7.7 billion in gaming revenue, with 9% growth year on year, which is higher than the global growth of 2%. And we've seen some really good investment deals, close to $400 million of investment over a period of 7 years and over 170 deals. A lot of this is fueled by the young population who is tech savvy, passionate about gaming, especially in the UAE, where we see a lot of a very high spend per capita compared to other countries, and there's a lot of esports tournaments and initiatives. We also just concluded 2 weeks ago the Dubai Esports Festival, which had the Game Expo, among other events that help drive this sector. And there's a lot of interesting gaming trends as well, and what's driving that as well is the establishment of the DPG 33, which is the Dubai Program for Gaming, which was established last year to drive the growth of the gaming sector. And that's a task force in which DMCC is also an active member of. And we've seen some really exciting projects starting from the Ministry of Economy, building space on the metaverse, and not just in the gaming itself, but in the gamification of the various government services. Dubai Police, for example, having a smart station in the metaverse, amongst others. Funding is also looking good in the UAE. Over $40 million of investment was raised by UAE-based gaming companies, and there's also an interest in developing the youth and talent within the gaming sector. Now, it's important to highlight that the UAE has been the recipient of the highest inflow of high net worth individuals. So the UAE basically topped the chart when you look at other key markets that you see on the screen. And that number is expected to even grow further in 2025 to reach over 8,200 high net worth individuals. So what does this mean? It means more liquidity and more investment for companies if you're in the room looking for one. And a lot of this is fueled by the attractive tax policies here, both on the personal income tax and the capital gain tax being 0%, and also on the corporate tax, which despite being 9%, it's actually zero rated when it comes to wealth management, holding of shares, and holding companies, as well as family offices. but also the availability of very attractive visa policies, the golden visa for investors and the 5-year talent visa as well for talent, as well as the general visa, which is a very easy process in the UAE, and you can almost take it for granted. Anyone from any country is welcome to apply, and there's no also quota or limitation on what companies can import as talent. Now, aside from that, one of the reasons that all of the success has been happening is UAE's attractive location and central time zone, and being able to manage east to west at the same time, and the flight connectivity that give you access to over 5 billion of the world population within 8 hours flight. And there's a lot of other rankings that have put Dubai on the map, from being very cosmopolitan and ease of doing business and economic competitiveness, ranking first in the region and sometimes in the world. And also, English here is the business language, so people don't have to learn Arabic in order to get by and do business. Now, the good thing about Dubai is that it's home to DMCC, the organization that I represent, which is today a leading international business district, home to over 25,000 companies in 87 towers, and they come from all sectors and all nationalities almost around the world. And DMCC started as a commodities trading hub, and we have a lot of mature trade ecosystems. But one of the most interesting things for us is that we realized that technology is essential to drive the growth and enable the trade of commodities, and that's why we introduced various centers, starting with the crypto center, followed by the gaming and AI centers. And today we have over 3,200 tech companies operating in the space, and I'll tell you a little bit more about this in a second. So what does it mean to be a member of our tech ecosystems? The basic thing that we offer companies today is that we give them the license, the registration, the visas, and all the services that they need, as well as the office space or the co-working space within a prestigious uptown tower. But the real value that they find, and what differentiates us from others, is that they get access to ongoing incubation, acceleration, access to funding, mentorship. And in the case of AI, we also have POC programs that help companies access technology through the partners that operate within DMCC. And there's a diversity of license activities that companies can apply for today, from regulated ones that you see on the right-hand side, where a DMCC license is required with the VARA license, while at the same time there are technology licenses that do not require any regulation. And as a result of that, we have a very diverse Web3 ecosystem, and the largest in the region, with over 650 Web3 businesses operating across the different subsectors, and this is some of the brands that you see on the screen. And a lot of the value that we deliver at the Crypto Center is thanks to our partners who help us deliver the different categories of services. And with those partners, we've come up with very exciting perks that are mostly available for members, or exclusively rather, of the DMCC Crypto Center. And as you can see, funding has been one of the focus areas, and that's why we have more partners at the funding and grants and acceleration space. Events are very important for companies to network and promote their business, and we run 10 plus events within DMCC, as well as 3 cohorts of acceleration that run each year. And one thing that we put a lot of emphasis on recently is creating ecosystem bridges with international markets. And today, with a few of our partners, our members can access other centers, and their members as well can access the Crypto Center if they're visiting here in Dubai. We plan to grow this even further. And we're proud to see that over 21 companies in DMCC have raised over $155 million of funding in the past few years, and this number keeps growing bigger each year. This is actually our flagship event that we held for 2 years in a row. It's our hackathon in partnership with Bybit, where we gave away $160,000 of prize pool to the top 5 winners that have pitched and won during the final day. We plan to do this again, and it's actually a competition that is open to the whole world. So even if you're not in Dubai, you can participate, and you may follow our LinkedIn page to see the announcement related to this. And just when you think you heard it all, you come to Dubai and you see something more exciting. Our partner have announced the development of a crypto tower, which is going to be right opposite the DMCC Uptown Tower. And this is going to be accommodating the growth of our Web3 businesses, as well as new ones that are coming to set up over here. We also have a growing gaming community with over 130 gaming companies that are based in DMCC. We also have partners that help us deliver similar value, focus on games within the gaming space, within our gaming center. I'm just rushing now because I'm running out of time. And we also have separate events for the gaming center, and we also do about 10 games and game jams, 10 events, game jams, as well as acceleration programs. The most recent center we launched was the AI Center, and is already home to over 90 AI companies, and with our partners, we help deliver the value proposition of the AI space. We also had an AI hackathon, a challenge that we gave away $100,000 of prizes to the top 3 winners in this case, and we also plan to do this again. And these are the happy faces of the people who took home the money, and I hope to see you participate in the next time round. And since the time is up, I'm going to conclude by saying, what does it mean for you? What's in it for you here in the audience to see all of these government initiatives and projects and ecosystems? One, these projects aren't going to build themselves. It requires service providers, highly equipped and cutting-edge service providers to work with the public sector to deliver those projects. And if you're a startup or a small business setting up here, you can access funding and support and the support of ecosystem. And if you're an investor in the room, you also get access to curated deal flow through the ecosystem that we have and the projects that are building here in Dubai. And last but not least, for the talent, they can access a lot of job opportunities because of all the companies that are coming and setting up here. That is it from my side. Thank you very much for listening.